The Democratic Party scored a major victory this week in a special election in the state of South Carolina for a South Carolina State House seat. So this is not a federal seat. It's not U.S. House. It's not Senate. It is a seat in the South Carolina State House. But the Democratic candidate, Keyshawn Scott, beat the Republican candidate, Bill Oden, who actually served as the former chair of the Republican Party for that specific South Carolina county, by 40 points. The voting on Tuesday yielded results of 70% for Scott, the Democrat, 30% for Oden, the Republican, who admitted to reporters in a text message like, "I lost tonight." And then he said, God has bigger plans for me. Yeah, to just be a loser all the time, right? But anyway, this is a massive victory. Keyshawn Scott, by the way, is only 24 years old. He is now officially the youngest person to hold a seat in the South Carolina State House. There's a couple of caveats, though. Got to tell you those, right? This seat was formerly held by a Democrat. So this does not change the fact that Republicans still have a supermajority in the South Carolina State House. It also, they didn't flip anything. And this is a district that Kamala Harris won in the 2024 election, even though she went on to lose the state of South Carolina. So, yeah, the Democrat was expected to win. It's a blue county. Now, what I will take issue with, however, is the fact that Newsweek, where I first saw this story, said that this was Harris narrowly defeated Trump in Sumter County, South Carolina in the 2024 election. Do you know what apparently constitutes narrowly, according to Newsweek? 18 points. Because I went in, I got the data from Sumter County, looked at their election results from the 2024 election. Harris got 58% of the vote. Trump got 40% of the vote in that county. She won by 18 points. That's not narrowly. That's a pretty big victory. But do you know what's even bigger than 18 points? The 40 points that Scott beat Oden by. That is remarkable. So yes, it may not change the makeup of the South Carolina State House. It may not have flipped a seat. It kept the blue district blue, but bluer. Because Scott overperformed that district, overperformed the 2024 election results in that district by 22 points in a special election. That is remarkable. That is a huge victory for the Democrats. That is, in fact, a landslide. And it is something that needs to be applauded and discussed. Hell, even the DNC came out and talked about like, holy crap, this is a huge, huge victory. And it comes on the heels of other Democratic victories. Some of them did involve flipping seats. Some of them involved Democrats winning in red districts. Some of them involved other close races where Democrats ultimately prevailed, overperforming expectations from races that should have been close but ended up not close. We have seen this 4 times this year alone. This is a big deal. And I do believe, to a degree, this tells us where the country is headed. This is a rebuke of Donald Trump and the Republican Party. That's what these election results across the country are telling us. And if you'll remember, in 2017 and 2018, we had a lot of special elections. We had a lot of, other regular elections, and Democrats overperformed in the first 2 years in those elections in Trump's first term. History is repeating itself, but it's repeating itself to a much larger degree. And don't forget, 2018, those midterm elections, that's when we had the massive blue wave. We're already overperforming that. So yeah, the public may not have a great opinion of the Democratic Party as a whole, as opinion polls show us, but they still seem to like that party more than the one that's running the country. And this election and all of the others is horrific news for the Republican Party. Thanks for watching, everybody, and if you're not already, please subscribe to the channel. We got fresh content every day for you. And if you want to follow us across social media, make sure you check out all of the social links that we have posted in the description of this video.